Hi, my name is Cleo, and I'm possibly the clumsiest girl on earth. Accidents just happen around me. I swear, it's not my fault, but that made me the most famous TikToker now. Please like and subscribe because My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now. My parents were really wealthy, and they liked their luxury. When I was 9 months old, Dad brought a rare vase from Thailand and proudly placed it on the table.
100 blind monks painted this. Took them 2 years.
In less than 2 minutes, I'd crawled straight into the table and toppled it over. I started clapping at the cool smashing sound, but something about Dad's face made me stop. When I started walking, I was like freaking Godzilla, destroying everything in my way. My parents packed away all their precious collector's items, covered the furniture with plastic wrap, and switched to paper cups and plates. But when I was 5 years old, I caused a disaster of epic proportions. One day, I saw the servant sneaking something into Dad's study, and I felt really curious. Later that night, I went down to have a look at it. It was just a dumb painting. As I was about to cover it up, I tripped over the cloth and went crashing straight into the painting, ripping a me-shaped hole through the canvas. Oh my God. The next day, Dad had invited hundreds of friends to our mansion for the unveiling of the painting.
It's such an honor that the great artist has let me borrow it. Behold the masterpiece. Holy moly!
The artist sued Dad, and he had to pay millions in damages. Luckily, money wasn't an issue, but Dad was still so mad. He thought I wasn't normal, so he whisked me off to the doctor who did lots of tests and scans and said there was nothing wrong with me.
Maybe she's just evil then. Maybe she's pretending to be clumsy and destroying our lives for fun.
You sound crazy. Our baby is not evil.
Your baby is a walking disaster.
But then one day, I discovered something that changed my life. When I was 8, Mom took me to the city for the first time. But we were in a really crowded place, and I slipped away from her. As I looked around, I saw a group of homeless children dancing in the street. I immediately fell in love with the way they gracefully moved their bodies. People were giving them money after their performance, but I only had my lollipop. So I gave it to one of them, and she was happy. From then on, I'd watch YouTube videos and teach myself to dance. Even though I was so clumsy usually, the beat of the music somehow made my body movements really coordinated. One day, I decided to show off my moves to my parents. Mommy, Daddy, look, I'm a dancer. Mom was thrilled, but Dad looked horrified and immediately turned off the music.
Good God, how can I unsee that? Don't you ever do that again.
What do you mean, Daddy? I'm a really good dancer, like Beyoncé.
Who told you that? Your mirror? Drop this nonsense. You'll be running my company one day, idiot.
Who says she can't do both? She can take dancing lessons right now and learn about your company when she's older.
I say she can't because I pay the bills, and I don't ever want to hear the word dancing in my house again.
I was furious. As I was storming off past him, I accidentally tripped and knocked his phone out of his hand. The screen was smashed to bits. I ran off grinning as he roared. But he was right. He did pay the freaking bills. So I kept learning secretly, but I never mentioned it again. Everyone thought I'd outgrow my clumsiness, but it just seemed to get worse. And of course, in high school, something like this makes you the perfect target for bullies. On my first day in 9th grade, the teacher asked me to collect everyone's notebooks. As I gingerly walked up with the pile, I tripped. When I started picking them up, I didn't see the teacher kneeling down to help me, and I elbowed him really hard in the eye. Word of my clumsiness spread like wildfire. People had bets on when I'd fall or drop something next. If I was seen with any hot food or drink, everyone started running away like the devil was after them. Needless to say, I didn't have any friends, except this crazy rich jock, Hudson, who'd been acting like my boyfriend since the first time he saw me. One day, I was in the girls' bathroom when he suddenly barged in.
Baby cakes, I have a surprise for you.
He pulled me outside where everyone had already gathered to see his gift. Hundreds of iPhones arranged in a giant heart on the ground.
That's 365 iPhones, babe. One for every day of the year. I'll buy you more when you've smashed all of these.
Another time, he gave me a horse. Hudson, what am I going to do with it? We're in a city.
But that's the one thing you don't have. And you deserve everything. Now go on, try sitting on it.
Erin, the most popular cheerleader, made a bed out of it, as always. Gather around, guys. New bet starting now. $1,000 if she falls off in the first minute. I was just getting onto the horse when it suddenly flicked its tail and knocked me over. To my horror, I landed in its poop. Erin was howling in triumph as cash rained on her. Keep up the good work, you stupid klutz. Make me richer. When I tried to get up, everyone suddenly disappeared, including Hudson. That jerk! But then, Erin did something that made me even crazier. She started a freaking dance club at school. While I was reading the dance club poster, I heard Erin behind me. Seriously? Don't even think about it. I only accept the best, and you can't even walk straight, dummy. Don't worry, I'm not interested. At all. Of course, that was a lie. It was my dream to dance with other people, like those kids on the street I'd seen years ago, but I could only dance by myself. One afternoon, while I was walking in our garden, I tripped over a sunflower and suddenly a splash of water hit my face.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I didn't see you. I'm Samuel, the new driver.
I looked up to see a gorgeous boy washing our cars with a garden hose, and he was shirtless. As he helped me up, I couldn't help wondering how hard his abs were. I stumbled on purpose, and my palms accidentally landed on his abs, harder than a rock.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Why wouldn't I be? Without another word, I ran off to my room. A few hours later, I was dancing away when I caught Samuel watching me through the window. How long have you been standing there?
You dropped your necklace. I just came to return it. But you were so great, I was mesmerized.
I swear his compliment had my stomach breakdancing. I started hanging out with him after that day, and it felt good to have a friend who knew my little secret. But the universe kept teasing me. Erin started dancing on TikTok and got 1 million followers in a week. Samuel kept encouraging me to make my own account.
I bet you're gonna have 1 million followers in just one day.
My dad won't like it. He doesn't get me. But from then on, I started filming myself whenever I danced in my room. Maybe someday Dad would come around. One evening, Dad took me to a company dinner and officially introduced me as the future CEO. Everyone raised a toast to it, but it just didn't feel right. As I made my way to the front for a speech, my dress got caught on something and ripped, exposing my underwear. Everyone in the room started laughing quietly, and I could see Dad's furious face. I ran out as fast as I could to the car. Samuel looked at my tear-stained face with concern.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I'm sure lots of people think I have the perfect life as a rich heiress, but I want things that money can't buy. I want to do what I love. I want to make my parents proud, and I just want to be normal. To make me feel better, Samuel took me to a dance club. I closed my eyes and just started dancing. Minutes later, I'd forgotten everything because I was in my happy place. When I opened my eyes, I saw Samuel looking at me, and my heartbeat raced.
Ma'am, you're a goddess. I could watch you all day.
Suddenly, I pulled him in close. It's not ma'am, it's Cleo. Just then, I got a call from my dad yelling at me to come home immediately.
Your behavior is unacceptable, but I'll forgive you on one condition. Date the son of my biggest investor, at least for 6 months.
I thought about Samuel, but I knew Dad wasn't really giving me a choice. So I agreed. The next day when he introduced me to his investor's son, my jaw dropped open. Hudson?
Baby cakes!
Did you know about this?
Duh, I've always known who you are. You're not just hot, your parents are as rich as mine.
That very night, I was invited to dinner by his parents, and Dad had a list of instructions for me.
Don't disappoint them, or else I'm going to lose billions. Think before you even breathe, Cleo. And no cursing. They hate that.
Unfortunately, thinking wasn't gonna help. Hudson had the scariest parents in the world. They were watching my every move. It was so nerve-wracking. I got clumsier by the second. I kept dropping my fork, and when I tried to pass his mom the water, the jug slipped from my hand. But then, the unthinkable happened. I dropped some soup on my dress and excused myself for the bathroom. As soon as I got up, I hit my pinky toe on the edge of the table. Holy piece of stupid sh*! They looked at me like I'd just killed their whole neighborhood. I was sure Hudson wouldn't want anything to do with me after that dinner, but Dad would be raging mad when he found out. But I actually didn't care. The next day at school, I was really surprised when Hudson walked over to me and put his arm around my waist.
Baby cakes? I don't care if my parents think you're a stupid klutz. You're too beautiful for anyone else. I have a grand gift to make you feel better.
He pushed a bunch of car keys into my hand.
20 sports cars for you, babe.
20 freaking cars? But I didn't even know how to drive. He gave the stupidest gifts ever. Just then, he kissed me and I pushed him away. I'm sorry, Hudson, but I can't force myself to like you. I like someone else. Also, you're really obnoxious. And with that, I threw the car keys at him and walked away. Of course, Hudson's parents backed out from the deal, and Dad went psycho. I told him what a jerk Hudson was, but he didn't care.
So, your mom married me, didn't she? It's actually because of that poor driver, isn't it? Well, I sent him back to his country and I told him to stay away from you, if he knows what's good for him.
I was shocked, and then I was furious. That's it. Keep your stupid house and your stupid company to your stupid self. I'm not giving up on anything for you now.
How dare you talk to me like that?
She's right. I'm not watching you bully her anymore either. Dad immediately kicked us both out of his mansion and cut off all our allowances. But Mom wasn't sorry at all and said she'd rather be poor than with him. We moved to my late grandparents' house. Luckily, I still had the horse and iPhones Hudson gave me, and I sold them all off to give us a head start. And I made my own account and uploaded my saved videos. To my surprise, I got 2 million followers over the weekend. Erin was smoking red. Next day at school, she came to me and said, "How is this possible? I can twerk and throw it back better than you." I guess my followers just disagree with you, Erin. Fine, let's dance to the same song. And whoever has more likes in 1 hour wins. Loser pays $50,000 and drops out of school. Challenge accepted. We did the dance, and I won by 100,000 likes. Erin's account was suddenly deleted, and I never saw her again. Mom encouraged me to do more videos, and I reached 20 million followers in just 4 months. She also started joining me, and I was mind blown by her moves. So that's where I got my talent. 2 years later, we started a dance studio where I taught little kids how to dance and to chase their dreams. And this seemed just right. But there was something missing from my life. Until one day, a handsome guy entered my studio, and when he took off his shades, I swear I almost fainted.
Can I get an autograph?
I can give you more than that, Samuel. We went out and sparks flew. Sam was charming, kind, and simple. Even my mom loved him. We started dating and even danced together for some videos. My fans went crazy when we finally got married, and they adored the heck out of our clumsy baby boy.
Hi, my name is Caroline, and my life is literally the stuff out of television. When I was 4 years old, I started having the hiccups. I just chugged some water, thinking it was going to go away soon. 72 hours later, the hiccups hadn't stopped. I was crying and freaking out now. I said to my big sister, "Carly, please take me to the hospital." The doctors had no idea what was wrong with me. They checked my throat for irritation, blockages. There was nothing. I was a normal, healthy 4-year-old girl who just couldn't stop hiccuping. 3 months turned into 3 years, and my hiccups never stopped. At first, it was so hard. Our parents were gone before I could even remember, and Carly had to take care of everything. All the visits to the hospitals, the insane expenses, the stress. She was going nuts. The only thing that made her feel at peace was that I was smart, and I got excellent grades at school. I was the top of the class 3 years in a row. I'm so proud of you. Oh, my precious little genius. Carly loved my grades, but it made the kids at school hate me even more than they already did. So what if you're the topper? No one can understand what you're saying, Caroline. You sound like such a freak. I can't help it. Have you tried drinking water? Let's make her drink a bunch of water, guys. I drank like a gallon of water really fast, and it made me so dizzy. These kids were jerks. I felt the puke coming, and I didn't hesitate. I let it all out on the kids around me. Ew, she's disgusting. My quirk pissed off the teachers, too. When I was 13, I was taking a test when my teacher literally blew up at me. No one can hiccup for this long. You're obviously faking it to mess with the exam. Why would I do that? I get the highest score in class. Ugh, so annoying. I'm calling your sister and we are ending this. When Carly reached the school, she was red with anger. She told off my teacher in front of everyone and threw a bunch of medical bills right into her face. Look at those bills. Does that look like she's faking it? Huh? It may be a real condition, but she is disturbing the class. Then I don't want to be in your stupid class. I'm the only math teacher here, you brat. Don't talk to my sister like that, or I will kick your butt in front of your students. It's okay, Carly. Just find me a different school, because this one sucks. And that's how I got taken out of school right in the middle of the year. Okay, I know this is bad, but don't you worry, Caroline. There will be plenty of schools that will want you. Carly had no idea how right she was about to be. You see, one of the kids watching the spectacle at school had recorded it. He posted the video on the internet and it kind of went viral. In an instant, my condition became famous in my little town. Everyone in the comments was bashing the teacher for how rude she was and praising us. People started waving at me on the street, and the kids in my neighborhood stopped throwing eggs at our house. Carly and I even got invited to do a radio interview with a celebrity.
Why are you interested in us? A girl with non-stop hiccups? Lady, your kid's gonna be famous.
Famous? I had no idea that I was special. As Carly took me from radio interviews to TV segments, I watched in awe as people were amazed by me. I can't imagine your life, Caroline. You're so brave, and your sister Carly is such a wonderful human for raising you. This was so much fun, and Carly loved the attention. She adored getting us dolled up for the interviews, and the money coming in really lightened her workload. I was so happy to help her out. We finally bought our own house with that money. I joined a new school and got ready to start a new, better life. I was heading out for my first day of school when I saw 3 strangers in my apartment. Oh my God, were we getting robbed? Carly, someone's in the house. Oh, it's okay, Caroline. This is just the crew. The crew for what? I'm making a reality show about renovating our new house. You'll be in it, obviously, because you're the hiccup girl, but it'll mostly be about the house. I couldn't believe this. Carly signed us up for a show without even asking me. I got really annoyed at her, and she begged me to forgive her. I know I should have asked you, but I had to say yes. You're too young to get how huge this could be for us. I don't have time for a show. I have school. They'll come to school with you. Say what? This was so embarrassing. I walked into the first day of school with a camera crew around me. Everyone was staring at me, and one girl laughed loudly and said, "Can you believe her? So self-obsessed." That's the hiccup girl. Doesn't she have her own show now? Hi, hiccup girl. My name's Caroline. I just ran out of there. This was so overwhelming. When I finished freaking out, I realized the crew had been filming me the whole time. Oh my God, go away. We're just getting your reaction.
This is great TV.
The crew was relentless. They followed me everywhere, and whenever they were around, people started acting really weird. Like one day, my chemistry teacher just stopped teaching us and started singing.
This is my only chance to showcase my real talents to the world. Love you, hiccup girl. This song is for you and Carly.
I wanted the earth to swallow me right now. And this was just the start of the craziness. People started stopping me in the hallways to do choreographed dances for the cameras. Couples would stage loud, dramatic breakups in public just to create drama and get on the show. People were going nuts. Even if they seemed like they just wanted to get to know me, there was a hidden agenda, like with Adam. I always thought he was cute, and when he asked me out, I happily said yes. When I suggested leaving the crew at home for the date, he was like,
Whoa. We need the cameras there.
"Why?"
That's the whole point of being with the hiccup girl. You're famous, and I'm gonna be a model one day. It just works, baby.
I got up and dunked my juice all over his stupid head. I'm not your baby. You can find someone else to launch your career. I ran out of there before the cameras could spot just how sad I was. And all this insanity at the school and the filming at home, even my grades started to fall. I just couldn't do this anymore. I went to Carly's room to talk to her about all this. When I opened her door, I saw Carly making out with one of the cameramen. Oh my God! Carly! Oh, Caroline, don't freak out. Trent is my boyfriend.
Fiance, babe.
Oh, dang, I forgot. Trent just proposed. We're getting married? No way. We're going to announce our relationship on the show tomorrow. The fans are going to love it. Carly will tell you in front of the cameras, too, and you have to act totally surprised. This is so important to me, okay? Of course I said yes, but I stormed off and slammed the door shut behind me. I doubled down on my studies and started ignoring everyone at school to save time. People started calling me snobby, arrogant. Even the crew started getting annoyed with me.
What are we supposed to record if you're just in the library all day? This is so boring.
I really didn't care. I had to achieve my goals, just like Carly was achieving hers. Her surprise love engagement to her own cameraman made her a sensation online. She followed it up with a surprise wedding episode in Hawaii, and the fans fell in love with them. We were celebrating after the wedding when Carly came up to me with some surprising news. My lawyer gave me the go-ahead, Caroline. I can officially adopt you as my daughter. Are you serious? Yes, I have the adoption papers right here. A little surprise for you. I was completely speechless. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. Because I was full of so many emotions, I just ran to my sister and grabbed her in the tightest hug of my life. I'd love to be your daughter, Carly. What you've done for me?
Caroline, can we do another take of the reveal moment? I think we could do better.
Excuse me?
When Carly shows you the adoption papers, your reaction isn't, really working. I need you to show more emotion. Maybe cry loudly or faint. Let's do one more take.
You interrupted my real moment to tell me how to fake it?
It's not a big deal. Just one more take.
No, nuh-uh. Not happening. I'm not doing this again. You are insane. You need to stay away from me and my reactions.
You need to do your job. For weeks, we've just been recording you hiccuping in the library. Do you know how boring that is? We're the ones who answer to the boss.
You know what? You can tell your boss. I quit. Chaos broke out then. Half the crew started filming while I fought with the other half. Carly tried to step in and calm us down, but there was no stopping me. I can't live with that crew around me anymore. Caroline, I know it's tough, but this show is the best thing that ever happened to us. To you? I hate it. And if you hated something this much, I'd never force you to do it. Carly was defeated by that. She knew it was true. She still begged me to put up with the crew till college. Just one last season. If you quit before that, we lose millions of dollars in bonuses. Money that can take care of us for the rest of our lives. Caroline, please. God, what wouldn't I do for my sister? I agreed to put up with the show for one more season and prepared myself for another year of misery and isolation. Little did I know that in another month, my life would change forever. I went for a regular checkup at the doctor's office, and he said the magic words.
We can stop your hiccups, Caroline. We have medicine for this.
Oh my God, I couldn't even process this. Stop my hiccups? They had been my identity for so long. I didn't even know what to feel as I ran home to tell Carly. Carly was stunned into silence, but the crew started sharing their opinions right away.
You can't touch your hiccups. The contract says your condition is crucial. The show could get canceled tomorrow if you do this.
We can make enough drama for the show without my hiccups.
There is no way. People love the hiccup girl.
I don't want to be the hiccup girl anymore.
If you do this, you will lose all your bonuses. So you might as well quit.
Carly suddenly stood up. We quit.
What?
We're going to stop her hiccups.
You're crazy, right? The hiccup girl is a moneymaker.
She's not a moneymaker. She's my sister. We started this show to make something good come out of her hiccups. But stopping them is always the priority. She is my priority.
Then the show will get canceled.
So be it. When do we go to the doctor's next, Caroline? I hugged my sister tightly, fresh tears flowing from my eyes. We finally put an end to the show and used our savings to survive. Carly managed to get a new job in no time, and I got into the college of my choice. The doctor prescribed a medication to me that actually worked. And for the first time since I could remember, I was not the hiccup girl. I was just Caroline.